stepping for myself and my family. There's no way that this is real, man, it can't be.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Modify Your Life podcast, where this is your host, Anthony Lopez, also known as Heavy to Modified. And we got my boy Juan on part 2 of this Modify Your Life podcast episode, where we are going to get into talking about these people who don't want to go to the gym or scared to go to the gym, who have like this horrible feeling about stepping in the gym for the first time, coming from the words of a gym owner.
Yeah.
Juan.
Come in, guys. Don't be scared. Yeah, we don't bite.
Okay, cool. Podcast is over. Podcast is over. No. Like, that's it. Okay, cool, guys. We're done. We're all tired. It's like 10 o'clock at night over here.
No.
But no, I felt like this would be a really good topic to talk with you because you're a gym owner, you know, and I want to step back into like the old version of Anthony Lopez, me stepping in the gym for the first time. You know, was a very big fear, and it's a very big fear for a lot of people. And I'm not even going to bring up because I was over 600 pounds as a fear. I want to bring up that it's just a fear because you're surrounded by people that we aspire to be like.
Yeah.
Not talking influencers, not talking about, you know, these people with a lot of followers. I'm talking about the people with the bodies that were like, damn, like, why can't I have that? Why didn't God bless me with that body? Why do I have to be overweight? Why do I have to not have abs? Or whatever it might be. You know, obviously, speaking from the old version of myself, I wasn't aware of how much work I just had to put in, the work I wasn't putting in, right? But I was scared. You know what I mean? I was really nervous. I felt like that when I walked into that gym, I felt like every single eye was on me, right? Kind of like, you know, when I walked into a restaurant, I felt like everyone was, let's be honest, everyone was staring at me. I was over 600 pounds. I was a big boy, right? So a lot of eyes were on me. So this had the same feeling I would when I walk into the gym, right? I felt like when I walked in the gym for the first time, that I felt like everyone was staring at me. I felt like I was the center of attention. I felt like people were making fun of me. I felt like photos were being taken of me. And I just didn't feel comfortable. And then also, too, the backstory that I'm sharing right now, I did walk into a gym that someone owned from the high school that I went to, that a lot of people from high school went into. So I was also very embarrassed, too, because they haven't seen me in X amount of years.
Damn.
And I did put on a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Like, I put over 100 pounds in, like, less than 9 months when my grandpa was sick and passed away and all that stuff. But you're a gym owner, and you see amazing people walk in your gym probably new people every single day, every single week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I want to know first, before we get into why we're talking about this and why people should not be scared to walk into the gym for their first time. But I want to get into, like, what was your first gym experience like?
Well, my first gym experience to actually work out there, I would say it was pretty intimidating. You know, I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty intimidating. I didn't know how to use machines. I didn't even know what to work out or how to work out. You know, so I was familiar with just like a bench press and bicep curls, you know?
Yeah.
So I was intimidated, but I'm shy, you know, to ask for help or whatever it was. I couldn't afford a trainer either.
You said earlier, in the last podcast, you said that you have anxiety.
Yeah.
So anxiety since you were a kid, or anxiety came on as in your adulthood?
Ever since I was a kid, to be honest, yeah. I tend to overthink a lot of things.
Okay.
So I kind of, you know, like the mind goes places, right? Where like, fuck, like, what if I use this machine wrong and break my arm or something?
You don't want to end up like one of those people on like social media, exactly, right? Using the machine wrong, putting your head where the butt goes.
Yeah, so I remember just, you know, going to the bench press and then just kind of like, well, you're a guy, and it's like, I want to get my chest big. I want to have arms busting out of the sleeves, right?
Just gender profile me
right now? I'm sorry, bro.
Did you just gender profile me right now, man?
Don't cancel me.
Wow. On my podcast, and you're just over your gender profile. Like, I'm just kidding. But no, yeah. Like, it's so funny you say that, right? We're talking about getting to the gym. And, like, the number one thing that I feel that, and I'm speaking from, a male, is, like, we get into dumbbell curls, bench press. Like, that is like the first machine you go to. You see someone had a 45 on there, you put on another 45, and next thing you know, you're begging for help for someone to get that off your chest, right? Bro, that whole ego lifting stuff. But yeah, continue on with, like, you know, the anxiety of anxiety?
Yeah.
Anxiety? And Francine? Anxiety. You heard it here first. Anxiety. Anxiety of stepping into a gym.
Yeah. So, my thing was just like looking around at people and seeing how they went about using certain equipment and things like that. You know, obviously, I was shy to ask for help, so I would kind of just use machines after I saw kind of how they worked, right?
Yeah.
And then obviously I'd find out the next day, like, holy shit, my arms are sore. This machine was working out my arms, you know? Or, oh, damn, my back is sore. Like, that was a back machine, you know? And then obviously, like, as I got more into, like, YouTube and did a whole ton of research, I started to realize the whole, like, splits, you know, one day do back, chest, arm, shoulders.
Give yourself actual rest days. Just look at it. I know everyone their first week at the gym, they're like, I went. A lot of people that start my program, right? They work with me and they start new online coaching. They're like, yeah, you know, I just started 2 weeks ago and I haven't missed the gym not one day. I'm like, so you've been in the gym 14 days in a row? And I'm like, and you work full time? I'm like, okay, first thing first, tomorrow we're resting. Tomorrow you're going to just focus on getting a gallon of water and walk for 35 minutes. And we're going to get into the gym gradually. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because I need you to do this for the rest of your life, not for the next 2 weeks and then just crash. You know what I mean? And it's so funny that, you know, talking about like that, like going in there all the time, getting there, learning or looking at people use a machine, then using the machine, and then like completely hammering your body. And the next year you're like, oh, okay, that was back, or oh, that was arms. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And I feel like everyone does that, right? When they get in the gym, it's like they first kind of get in when we have that mindset of like, everyone's looking at me, right? This girl's looking at me, this guy's looking at me, so I gotta impress them. But at the end of the day, like, you know, we were talking about earlier before we started filming, is that we're not the center of attention in the gym. Like we feel we are, right? We paint that picture because in our heads, we are the star of the movie, right? We are the star. When I walk into somewhere, everyone's like, oh, yeah, that's heavy to modify. When at the end of the day, they're like, no, no, heavy to modify is. Who's this guy? Who's this guy that thinks he's all cool, right? You know what I mean?
You're famous.
Oh, no, heck no. But, you know what I mean? And it's a good point. It's like, you know, at the end of the day, we have to understand that, yes, we are the center, or we are the star of our own show, or our own movie, but not everyone's watching our movie.
Yeah, of course.
Right? And so when we walk in and we get in there and we start working out, you know, we got to stay in our lane. It's really good it's amazing to look around at other people that have the body that you want and the body you aspire to have, and you want to copy them and the work they're putting in. But at the same time, that's not going to happen just because you go into the gym for 7 days straight. Right.
Of course.
And then when did you kind of realize that, okay, going to the gym is one part, but then now eating is another part?
I think when I started realizing that was when I remember like I saw Pumping Iron, you know, the old Arnold movie.
I feel like everyone's watched that.
And that was awesome, but it was kind of like, whoa, that's cool. Like, you see him in the gym, but what are they doing out of the gym, you know? Like, and that's when I started looking up, like, the YouTube videos, and then I got, like, familiar. Like, I freaking discovered Ronnie Coleman, and I was like, what the fuck is that, you know?
What is that?
Literally.
If you haven't seen Ronnie Coleman, just go ahead and look him on. That's why I don't wear stringers around people like that. I just keep my sweatshirt on.
Exactly. So, you know, it was like I saw Ronnie Coleman, and then, like, thank God, you know, some of the first videos you see is, like, a day in the life of Ronnie Coleman. And it's like, cool, like, what's this guy doing? And to get like that, you know? And then you see that the dude was eating, you know, the chicken and rice with, like, the barbecue sauce, you know, the steak, potatoes, all that. And I'm like, God damn, you know, like, I got to eat that much. Obviously, later on, I realized, like, well, I'm not this 300-pound fucking monster, you know? I got to eat way less of it. But still, you know, you need the protein, the carbs, all that good stuff, you know?
Yeah.
And, I kind of just did my own research on that end, and then thankfully it worked out. Like, I remember, like, about a month following a strict diet, I could see, like, a little 4-pack, and then I had, like, a forearm vein. I was like, bro, I'm fucking jacked. Like, you know, and it just kind of gets you hungry for more, you know, and
I kind of want to tap on something real quick, or tap on something real quick that you're talking about. So listen that how Juan's explaining what his whole process of going to the gym, right? The first step was getting through your anxiety of not going to the gym, right? That's that's a hardest part. Well, the hardest part is thinking about going to the gym, I guess, right? Having that mindset of like, I want to change my life around. But cool. You step one, done. You made it to the gym. You fought your anxiety. You started to play with machines. You started to try this. You started to get sore. You probably look silly doing some workouts or whatever. You look back at your first day. And then as you started to build a routine and go to the gym, it opened up the doors to what? Wanting to learn nutrition. Right? And that's all it is. And like, that's something I wanted to like kind of highlight. If you didn't get that out of what he just said, I just summarized for you, right? The first step is coming up with the idea to change your life around. Then we step in the gym, right? We get comfortable being uncomfortable. And then as we continue to learn, as we continue to watch YouTube, as we continue to take action and to study the things that we want to, you know, like what the bodies we want to aspire to be, what they look like, what they're eating, what are they working out, what's their split, blah, 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 figuring out your macros. Then it comes into eating clean. It's not everything in one day?
Yeah.
Did you do everything you just said right now, the last like 5-7 minutes? Did you do that in one day, or did you do that in a couple
That
months or a
was
couple
within
years?
a span of months, you know.
Exactly, right? So it's like
Yeah.
everyone has that 0 to 100 mentality, right? They go to the gym, they have to eat clean, right? Go to the gym to cut out carbs. No, you need carbs,
Yeah.
right? So all that stuff. So remember, don't stay in your lane, right? Remember, you are the star of your show, but not everyone is watching your show.
Yeah.
Right?
Everyone's got different goals.
You got-
Everyone's on a different journey. That's how it is, you know. That's what's beautiful too, because we talked about it earlier too. Is like there's all sorts of people in the gym.
Yeah,
Whether it's, you know, a jacked bodybuilder trying to get ready for a show, whether it's someone in there trying to rehab themselves,
breakup, divorce,
yeah, exactly,
suicidal thoughts,
yeah, depression,
a wedding in a couple months.
yeah. I remember I had a guy when when all the gyms were closed during COVID. This guy was like, bro, like, I feel like you saved my life. He was a veteran, you know, and he was like, dude, like, if I didn't have the gym, I probably would have killed myself.
Yeah,
It's like, whoa.
but
it's, you know, like, you don't know what everyone's going through,
you
man.
never know. You never know who. You never know what they're going through. I was gonna think of an analogy, but I just completely went through a brain fart. These lights are so bright in my face right now. But at the same time, you never know who's stepping in the gym, and you never know for the reason why they're stepping in the gym, right? So it's kind of stupid for someone to walk in the gym for the sole purpose to judge someone.
Yeah.
Because how I kind of explain to my clients, because I deal with a lot of overweight people, right? When 70-80% of my clients are obese and morbidly obese, right? And it's a fear. Because, you know, you hop on social media and you see these people that are posting up, being at the gym, making fun of other people working out, X, Y, and Z. And now you have amazing people like Joey Swole that are on there checking people, saying like, yo, like, this is not what we represent. And then you have even a more amazing people in the comment section, blue check marks, bodybuilders, IFBB pros, and they're saying like, yo, like, we are not like this. You know, I do this for a living, and I would never film someone, you know, I would help them. I would ask if they need help. You know what I mean? So that's the, you know, the videos that we see that kind of scare us and steer us away from the gym. We should really hop in the comment section of those, because there's a lot of people defending not the video creator, but defending the person in the video that may be doing something wrong. Like, yo, why don't you help them out? And it's just it's a big fear though. It's a big fear to be that person next on that video camera, right? Because we were talking earlier about, you know, social media. Now we walk into a gym, we see so many different cameras. Now, if you're already terrified, like when I gotta say, I didn't have it like this when I started working out. Yes, social media was very big, but I don't feel like the popular like gym influencers were there yet. I could be wrong, but like remember, this is almost 5 years ago, where when I walked into the gym, I was the one that was bringing the camera. Like, you know, I was the one that was bringing the big camera. I was the one that bringing my phone on a tripod and stuff like that. Not saying other people didn't do it, but I'm talking about where I was at. Now, when I go to a new gym, when Big John go to different gyms and train when we're, you know, on vacation or whatever it might be, like there's for sure 5 or 6 cameras. Like even just today, you know, we're at a torture gym. There's like 4 cameras set up, and then my camera 5.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like I can see where people are actually terrified to walk in, but at the same time, that's why we're doing this podcast, because I mean, I'm speaking for I think the both of us. I've met some of the most amazing people inside of a gym, and I've got to learn some of the life-changing conversations inside of a gym. Yeah. You know what I mean? So what's your experience on that?
So what I've experienced is I have had bad experiences at the gym where I've met like a big buff dude that was like a jerk.
Yeah.
But I've also met, you know, people that are like huge, whether it's with their influence or in their size, that have like the biggest hearts, you know.
Yeah. Joey Swole.
Joey Swole, yeah. Other bodybuilders as well. Just super sweet people, you know, and you realize that like they may look like this huge scary thing on the outside, but you know, inside they're totally different. You know?
They're cool. They're helpful.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
What's something like? What was your biggest fear stepping into a gym where now you look back, you're like, why did you even think like that?
Damn. I would think maybe I don't know, bro. Like I started really young, so I thought maybe like just kind of getting picked on by older people or something, you know?
Okay, yeah.
Like by
well, you said you started at like 14, right?
Yeah. Started like at 14, yeah. And that did happen to me once too, where this guy kind of made me feel dumb for using a machine wrong.
Oh, that's why.
And I was kind of like, that did kind of discourage me.
That guy's probably still small.
Right, yeah. and it did make me feel a little bad, but at the same time, I was like, well, at least he taught me how to use it right now, you know? Yeah, he was mean about it, but like...
It made me cry, but at least I know how to do dumbbell presses now. Okay,
exactly.
cool.
Yeah, you know? But that was always a fear of mine. And then it did happen, and I realized, like, well, that sucked, but, like, I
one,
got something good out of it, you know?
1 out of 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's always
exactly.
1%. Like no matter what you're doing, whatever hobby you're into, whatever thing you're doing, there's always gonna be that 1%, right? There's always gonna be that 1% that is going to just be that negative person, but that 1% doesn't represent the other 99% of the people in the gym crushing it. You know what I mean? And I feel like sometimes that we always, and I'm throwing myself under the bus too, is I feel like sometimes we always focus on the negative.
Yeah.
Right, we always focus on that one person, but at the end of the day, that one person is outpowered by 99 other people, right? So it's like we need to focus that yes, there's going to be people, there's going to be assholes, but there's assholes everywhere we go, right? We go driving on a freeway, we get cut off,
Yeah.
right? We're not going to say that we're never going to drive again because we got cut off on one person, right? At the end of the day, we need to know that yes, those people are out there, but at the end of the day, that person should never affect you going to push yourself to become a better version of yourself and working yourself. And when you step into a gym, this literally could be your last time.
Yeah.
Right? This could be the last time. I mean, how many times have we started weight loss journeys and we kind of failed? Like I've done it many times. I'm pretty sure, you've done it before where you get in the gym, you're crushing it, your body's starting to look good, and then you kind of fall off. Right? So this could be your last time. Like last time I stepped in the gym was my last time that I was over 600 pounds, then over 500 pounds, over 400 pounds. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You were at 14, you were a little chubby and you started, you stepped into a boxing gym and that was your last time you were ever chubby.
Yeah.
Except for right now, we were in the middle of bulking now.
Yeah,
Right
yeah,
now
exactly.
we're dropping down. We were just right now in the middle of shooting our at the end of shooting the last podcast. You can't tell I have the same clothes on because I haven't changed. It's not the different day. I was eating my food because I was freaking starving. I was freaking starving.
Yeah.
I needed to get some food in my system, and I completely forgot what I was talking about right now. Oh yeah, I lost myself. I'm not. I lost myself. And then so we're talking and we're talking about like how I was bulking and like how I was so pissed off at Big John because he warmed up his meal prep or his meal food and he had rice and I'm over here eating freaking 6 tortillas with like a whole bunch of protein and like I have like very low carbs right now.
Yep.
Very no carbs, like very little carbs. Like I'm probably at like 100 grams of carbs right now, if that.
Yep.
And then but I like 3 days ago. I was eating like 3,400 calories, just massive carbs, like rice and everything. And now I'm depressed. No, I'm not. I'm actually happy because I'm building discipline, right?
Exactly.
Which,
yep.
Because I chose to work on myself and get into the gym, now I built discipline. I got comfortable being uncomfortable. Now it's lit into this. We were just talking about I was like, how the hell did I decide to end up on a stage?
It's crazy, bro.
You too. You're doing a show again too.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
All because you chose to work on yourself.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it comes down to, man. And honestly, like, back to the whole, like, don't be scared to go into a gym because honestly, I find it very inspiring seeing an overweight person in the gym, seeing somebody with any sort of disability in the gym, bro. Like, that motivates me a million times more than a big jack dude does,
Yeah.
Because, like, bro, that takes freaking balls,
Yeah, and that version of themselves is a badass.
Yeah.
Like think of someone walking in the gym 400, 500, 600 pounds
it's
and how much of a
bro.
badass they are because
Yeah.
that is brave.
It's
Like I have
brave,
insecurities
yeah.
going like the first time I went to Dragon Lair, I was I walked in there, everyone's like 6 foot tall, just completely jacked, and I was like, I felt out of place.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, I didn't even feel like this when I was 600 pounds. Like that, old Anthony was way more badass than this new Anthony. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm
But
saying.
it's true though. It's motivating because,
Yeah.
when I talk to my clients and stuff, I always have this thing, and I want you to listen to this. If your first time getting into the gym, and you're getting comfortable getting to the gym, I recommend doing this. And I tell this to all my clients, and I'm going to tell this to everyone listening. If it's your first time getting in the gym and you don't feel comfortable, working out, stuff like that, but you want to get comfortable being in the gym, being in that spot, always recommend go. Take your water bottle, take your towel, go hop on the treadmill for 35 minutes, whatever you could do. But just look around, right? Have your headphones on, but look around and pay attention to the people laughing over there while they're working out. Pay attention to these people working out side by side that don't know each other and are not even talking to each other. You know what I mean? They're not even, did my brother just break this table? My brother... Did you? I'm literally right now. We have everyone behind us, and he's sitting down. And I think he just broke the table. I think my brother. Shout out to my little brother, just breaking the table right now. Did we get the sound on it? I hope we got the sound on it. But no, getting back into what I was saying. Go to the gym and go hop on the treadmill, and because usually treadmill you can kind of see everything in front of you, right? And just stare around and just stare for 25, 30 minutes. Like, don't stare exactly at one person, but, stare around and you'll start getting comfortable and go back again the next day or 2 days later and do the same thing. Get comfortable of being in there and then get comfortable going on trying a machine. For me, it was a little different. I went into the boxing classes just like you at 14 years old. But when I got into an actual gym, so I wanted to go Planet Fitness by myself. because obviously I wasn't gonna have my girlfriend go with me because I had a big fear and I was very, very accurate. When I went to Planet Fitness by myself, I got a day pass and I went there and I couldn't fit on any machines. I was too big because remember, 600 plus pounds, you know, your boy was big.
Yeah.
So I went there kind of late, like around like 10 o'clock. This is when Planet Fitness and everyone actually closed late. This is like before COVID. And I couldn't fit in the machines, bro. I could not fit in the machines at all. And it kind of sucked. But at the end of the day, I knew I had a goal to get to. And that was to be able to fit in the machines, you know. So as I continued to lose weight, I would try a little bit. And then obviously I could still use dumbbells. I could still use, you know, the standing, I can't remember the name right now, but I could use other machines. I just couldn't use actual machines. I could use the ropes. I could use the dumbbells. I could use the sled, all the other stuff.
Yeah.
But I could not use actual machines because especially if they weren't mounted. I remember one time I was at a gym where they weren't really mounted, and I was like around 500 pounds. I don't know the exact number. And I was doing the leg press, or not the leg press, the leg curl machine. And I got up and I put all my weight on one side of the machine and it lifted up.
Shit.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So like, yeah, that was it. But you know, at the end of the day, I was at a excessive weight. I was over 600 pounds. I was over 500 pounds. Just kind of sharing my experience though, that, you know, that I had, you know, I did have to work to get in those machines, but that was just like a goal I set. Like I wasn't mad at anyone. I was just like, that was a goal. Like my goal is to fit in this machine. Yeah. And now I regret that I fit in the machines. My biggest regret is fitting on a hack squat because that sucks.
Oh, hell yeah.
Or the pendulum.
Yep. Tell me about it.
Was it pendulum? Pendulum. That one sucks, dude.
Yeah, dude.
That one's had me in tears. Jordy's had me in tears, that machine. Yeah. Not a good tears either. Like they were definitely like, can't walk the next day. Yeah. Type of thing. But it's a good feeling though. Yeah, of course. It's a good feeling to really leave it all on the table. You know, it's a really good feeling to to sit next to you and kind of talk about this, about you overcoming your anxiety, and now, but not only coming over your own anxiety and working on your own your fitness and your own health, but now you open up a gym where you get to see amazing people walk in their gym for your first time. Like, do you have a cool experience? Because you are a personal trainer. Do you have a cool experience of like someone being, obviously you don't have to use their name or anything, but like a cool experience of someone being terrified, but they come in the gym and absolutely just crushing it, like not only physically, but like mentally also? Yeah, thankfully I've been blessed with like amazing, hardworking clients. And I've had clients from all walks of life too, thankfully, where one of my first clients too, she's a great friend of mine. She wanted to gain weight, and who would think, like, you know, coming from two overweight dudes, who would think that's a problem, right? Like, bro, you're complaining that you're too skinny, you know? I'll show you how to gain some weight. Yeah, I'm like, exactly. Yeah, I'm like, that's easy, you know? But I came to find out that actually in order to gain weight, it's actually more of a struggle, right? You know, you got to put in more time and effort into eating, you know? Yeah, cutting down at the end of the day, it's just eating less. And for everyone listening, like, oh, okay, that's cool. No, he's talking about gaining weight the right way. Yeah, not McDonald's and chips. Yeah, he's talking about proper nutrition, high protein food. Yeah, it's not. Because I can show you how to gain weight. I can show you how to dirty bulk. Exactly, right? Yeah. I can show you. I get you to 700 pounds, Juan. Right? I got you. Oh, easily. I know the master plan. I know. Bro, we bro, I not to cut you off. I got called out for cutting off people before. I kind of made me hurt my feelings. No, I'm just kidding. Psych, start your own podcast. Anyways, I just did the math. I just did the math on we have a group Zoom call every Thursday with my online clients. Okay. Right? It's optional, but it's, you know, we go over different stuff. We talk about, you know, tracking food. We talk about, you know, overcoming fears. We talk about habit building, habit breaking, you know, different stuff like that. Stuff that's going to help them and on their path to success to change their life around, right? And so today I decided, this week I decided to have the group Zoom call about, you know, the harsh reality of calorie intake, right? Yep. So, because, you know, we all eat fast food all the time, right? You know what I mean? And stuff like that. So I broke down what I would eat on average in a day of, like, when I worked at this vape store a couple years ago. And bro, it was 10,000 calories. Sheesh. 10,800 calories. We'll round it off. 11,000. 11,000. I weighed 10,000 pounds. No, you know what I mean? But no, honestly though, it wasn't in a nutshell. It was a lot of food, but it wasn't a lot of food. It was a McDonald's breakfast. The only thing I added to it was extra hash brown. Okay. Right. That was like 1,800 calories. And then I would get a snack, right? You know, the snack. And people are going to listen to this like, oh, damn, hold on. He's calling me out. I'll get a snack. I'll get a bag of chips. I'll get beef jerky. And I get a Gatorade. Right? That's like 1,400 calories. Oh. And then I would get pizza, but it would last me from like 4 to like 9 because I would work by myself sometimes. I couldn't leave. So I get pizza and chicken wings and eat that. And that was like 2,200 calories a whole pizza for all day, all day.
Yeah.
But then I would come home and I'll eat with my girl. You know what I mean? And then that's another, 2,000 calories. So I was racking up like 10,000 calories on. It wasn't like eating like that every single day, but at the same time, like I didn't eat that at the end of the day. Like, damn, I ate way too much. Like to me, that was just normal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that was just normal to eat that amount of food.
For sure.
So if you're
realistically, it's not a lot.
it's not. Yeah. Have you seen that video I made about the comparison of 2,000 or 3,000 calories of fast food?
Yeah.
That people are like, no, that's not true. That's not right. Da da da.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, look it. I know it hurts. All right, I know it hurts, but my receipts are here.
When you visibly see the difference, there's like no way. Like it just doesn't make sense.
It calls you out. It calls you on your BS.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what it does. It calls you on your BS.
It's crazy.
But yeah. So anyway, sorry for cutting you off. But
No,
just
no,
about
you're
talking
good.
about the calories and weight gain. I was like, I guess they're all my clients. Bro, I asked my clients. I said, how many calories do you think I was eating back, at the old version of myself? Bro, I had someone say 22,000 calories. I was like, that's disrespectful. That's mean. But back
That
into your client. Jesus, man, that's rude.
Yeah, but like again, like it's crazy to see that like again, we're coming from, being the overweight people, right? And it's crazy to hear struggles of someone trying to gain weight. And then, now seeing people like this person, for example, like have like confidence and like, like it's amazing being able to give someone that, or it's not you're not giving them that. They always had it. But to be able to kind of assist and have them see that,
help them unlock it. Yeah, I like how you fix that. I like how you fix that because you realize that you didn't give that to him. You just help him unlock it. Like you didn't give it to him. You just guided him to that. Because everyone has it in us. We all have self-confidence in us. It's just that I think we're so used to kind of just failing. Right, we're so used to like the word diet, we fail. We're so used to the word we want. Why do I look like her? Why do I look like that? And we're so used to not staying in our own lane that we just kind of start losing self-confidence every single time we try something, don't complete it, right? But the fact where you got your clients coming in and they're working their self and they're completing their task and they're working on nutrition, they're working out, they're tracking their food, whatever you have your clients do, and you slowly but surely get to see that frown turn into a smile because they start believing in themselves, right? I feel like that's what happens when we start being successful on a weight loss journey. I feel that's why the confidence comes because we actually start putting in the work to start believing in ourselves. Yeah. Because I know when I first started my weight loss journey, I didn't believe in myself. I just said I was going to do it. But over time, me saying that I believe in myself really turned into me believing in myself because I started to take action. Yeah. Right. And that's what you got to witness. You know what I mean? You got to help someone, guide them to unlock that inner success that they knew they've always had, but they just maybe kind of didn't put the work in to see it yet. I guess it's safe to say.
Yeah. Yeah. Because we all have it in us. It's just you do need that person to encourage you, know? And that's one thing I've realized with personal training is that it's not just a physical transformation that you give these people, but it's also a mental transformation, you know? You help change their mindset, whether it comes to food or even just in life in general, where it's like, dude, like, yeah, you may have had a shitty day at work today, but don't let tomorrow be shitty, or try to change their outlook on different things, It's great, bro. Yeah,
I think it's safe to say, like, as a personal trainer, you're also a part-time therapist.
Yeah,
definitely. I know Big John's my therapist too. Like, we were just talking right now about like the first time I started a cut. So I've been on prep since January. Yeah. Right. And so I cut from January to like the end of March. And I remember when the carbs were taken away, bro, I was going through it because I've never taken away carbs because I don't believe in that. But remember, I'm eating for a purpose right now. This is different what I'm doing. I'm doing for bodybuilding, right? So when the carbs took away, like I was like pissed, I was moody, I was ready to be done with it. And then Big John and Francie, they're laughing, they're talking me off the ledge. But Big John, he trains me. Now we train with each other because we're both getting ready for the show. But he's been my trainer for a very long time now, and he's been my therapist. Like I'll be complaining, I'll be like, oh, I'm the same on this. And he's like, bro, like look what you've done. Yeah. What are you talking about? Like, keep pushing through it. Stop complaining. Look at everything you're blessed with. Like, just keep working. And and he becomes a therapist. And me being a personal trainer with, I train majority girls, but I had a couple dudes I trained too. But at the same time, like, they would be having bad days. I'm like, hey, man, like, chill. We're here right now. Well, let's leave it on the table. Like, let's use that frustrating day. Let's use, whoever annoyed you, and let's use it to push some weight around, because then you're going to leave here, you're not satisfied after you left work, but you can leave satisfied at the gym. You can leave the gym satisfied. Yep. You know what I mean? And it's really cool to really be a part of seeing someone really unlock the inner version of their self that is about to be successful because they're taking action to it.
Of course.
It's dope. It's dope to see that. Yeah. So ending off with this, man, anyone out there that's scared to go to the gym, I hope this really helped you and kind of took away maybe some fears of stepping into the gym. Would you want to share anything to anyone that's out there? Is like, hopefully like share something that's like, they're going to listen to this right now and they're like, you know what? Tomorrow I'm going to sign up for a day pass.
Oh,
I'm going to try it out.
Yeah. I would say don't let your fears ever stop you from trying something new, you know, because, like I mentioned earlier, starting a gym, it was like, hey, I might fail at this. I might not like being a gym owner, but at least I can say I tried it, you know?
Yeah.
So, again, maybe you might not like that gym, you know, step in a gym, get a day pass, you know, take a look around, you know, and you might see friendly faces. You might see somebody else going through the same thing you're going through. But I would say definitely just have the courage to take that step, you know, because it can change your life for the better.
Yeah,
I don't think anyone's ever gonna say, "Oh shit, I regret going to the gym today," you know, unless maybe you like fucked your shit up. That's different.
Yeah,
but like you're never gonna say, "Damn, dude, that was a shitty workout. I regret that I came in today." You know?
Why did I? Yeah.
Unless
you know.
you like broke your arm or something, that's different. Yeah.
So the person that was about to go to the gym literally just canceled their membership right now. Like, yeah, he said break your arm. I'm definitely not going to the gym.
No, that rarely ever happens. Yeah.
Oh, it only happened a couple times in the gym.
No.
But you know, I want to end off kind of like what you had said right now. I really like that. You know, I mean, never let your fears stop you from becoming the version of yourself you want to be. Right? You know, we really have to dive in deep into ourselves and start breaking those comfortable boundaries we have with ourselves.
Yeah.
Right. So getting to a gym is going to make you feel uncomfortable. So let's get comfortable being uncomfortable. You know, you're not going to know how to use every single machine. You're not going to know how to track your food. You're not going to know how to, you know, what macros are.
Yeah.
You're not going to know what a deadlift is. You're not going to know what a face pull is. You're not going to know a lot of different things. But what you can do is you could take the first step of taking action and getting to the gym, right? Doing the cardio, getting comfortable in there, watching some YouTube videos. Yeah. Just like when you got, you know, what do they have? New Threads now, that new still app now, Threads, you know, Instagram, TikTok, whatever you had. We didn't know how to use those until we started taking time in our day to figure out how to use it.
Exactly.
So why not take the same time and energy for we do with social media and things that take away from our goals, take away from our time in our day, and put our energy and our time into something that's actually going to help us become the best version of ourselves. And that's going to be learning nutrition, learning how to work out, learning to take rest, to actually take rest days, learning not to only eat 1,000 calories a day to lose weight.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Let's take that focus, that energy on things that are taking us away from our goal. Let's focus that energy on things that are going to make us better.
Of course.
Get in the gym, get comfortable being uncomfortable. I'm telling you right now, the person that's listening right now that is going to go to the gym this week because they heard this podcast, you are going to meet some of the best and most amazing people inside that gym. And I tell you, especially if you are overweight, I guarantee the first month, you're going to have 2 or 3 people come up to you that have been seeing you busting your ass, and they're going to pat you in the back. They're going to shout you out and be like, yo, keep coming. You are motivating. Because at the end of the day, like you said, Juan, it is very motivating to see people that are heavier than myself now and as heavy as I was when I stepped in a gym, because I know that version of their self is a fucking badass. And I once stepped in that gym and over 600 pounds, and I've never looked back. That's it. That was a good one.
It. Yep.
That's it. I think they're going to be motivated to get in the gym.
I hope
Minus you talking about breaking their fucking arm.
I know. I take that back. Sorry, guys.
He's like, go to the gym. It's going to be great. You're going to change your life. You could break your arm. Sign this waiver before you work out a revival, please.
Yeah. No, I've had my gym for 3 years. That's never happened.
Okay.
You know? Yeah. And it will never happen.
Disclaimer: it will never happen.
Yeah.
Because they signed a they signed a waiver.
Because they came to revival. That's why.
All this happened for myself and my family.
I like that one.
There's no way that this is real, man. It can't